Hello. How do you get those really high returns on your investment? How do you get or open rates that are greater than 20%? Hi, I'm Nancy Burgess of Nancy Burgess Strategic Marketing, and I'm here to talk today. This is episode 2 about email marketing, and today we're going to talk about best practices. Last episode, we talked about how wonderfully effective email marketing is. It has an incredible ROI, and that's an average ROI of $42 per dollar spent. That's amazing. So how can you get that for your business? How would that be possible? Well, one of the things we talked about a little bit in the last episode was build your list, don't buy it. So make sure that you're having a list that people actually want to hear from you. And then you only want to send emails to those who sign up. That's part of the law, and we'll talk about that in the next episode about spam in email. A third best practice that you want to use is to have subject lines that are enticing. Now, there are certain words you want to avoid, words like free and money and different words like that are considered spammy and might not let you through. You might end up in someone's spam folder instead of being in their inbox. So you want to make sure you avoid those kinds of words, but you want to be enticing. And you want to send emails to people who want to hear from you with those enticing emails. So recently I received an email that said, about my contact lens rebate. Oh, well, that I'm interested in, right? Because I applied for a contact lens rebate. This isn't coming out of the blue. And I'm interested to get that money. So without saying money. So you can bet that I clicked on that email because that was something that I wanted to know about and hear about. You also want to keep those subject lines really short, and remember that almost all, a good portion, the majority, I wouldn't say all, but the majority of emails, probably about 57%, depending on what, statistic you read and about your own core business, are opened on a mobile device. And the younger the person, the more likely they are to open on a mobile device. Seniors are more likely to open on a tablet. So it's important to know that that's where people are opening. And so they're going to want to have a short subject line so they can see what the email's about when they click on the email on their phone. And so 28 to 50 characters is the optimal amount. Another thing you want to do is have a prehead on your email. So a prehead is that little bit of text you can add in that they can see after the subject line if they're opening, let's say, on a desktop, or that some of that may show as well. And that may help entice people to open the email as well. Another thing that we wanted to look at is A/B testing. If you have a large enough list, you can A/B test. And people who A/B test get an even higher ROI on their website marketing. Another thing you want to do is to personalize the email. So you can put in there, there's ways to easily put in Dear Nancy or Nancy, and that calls attention to people. People like it when you use their names, and especially if you have a relationship with them or you have a business relationship with them. And so they will respond to that. And there's a lot of different data, and the numbers vary quite a bit across the board, but it's definitely higher open rates using personalized email and personalizing it again to what people want to hear about and what they want to see. And then you want a unique CTA. Now, what is a CTA? If you live in the Chicago area, you're thinking Chicago Transit Authority? No. A CTA is a call to action. And sometimes I've had clients say that kind of confuses them. What is a call to action? Well, a call to action is really anything that you want them to do with the email. You don't usually just send an email for the sake of sending an email. There's a point to it. You may want them to click through to a blog or that you wrote, or you may want them to download a resource that they'll find helpful, or to get a coupon. So, to click for a coupon. So you want to have unique calls to action. So learn more. And some social media sites, they make you say learn more and things like that. But if you're doing email, you can be a little more creative with your calls to action. Let's say you're an HVAC company and you want people to, prepare for summer and make sure their air conditioners in order. So like, maybe the CTA would say "Be cool all summer" on the button that they need to click, or something like that, or "Be cool," and that kind of thing. So it'd be a little more unique and make people want to click on it. The worst one you can use is "click here." That is not what you want to use for a unique call to action. And then you want to be brief in the email itself. Get in there, say what you have to say, and get out. Bullets if you need to, create more messages in there. But total of 50 to 125 words. And to give you an idea, if you have a typed double-spaced page, that would be about 250 words. So you're talking about a fifth of that to no more than a half of that. So you want to be brief because you'll get higher open rates and a higher ROI. Another thing you might want to consider is not using HTML. HTML is emails with pictures and things in them that people can see. And so you might try a text-only email. Sometimes people respond a little better to that. So test that out and see how that goes for your clients, or occasionally use that and see if you get much higher open rates or much higher click-through rates, CTRs. And then you want to understand your audience. Now, a lot of people think like, well, millennials don't go on email. And, they don't always go on their personal email, but the research shows that they do look at emails for their personal email for things that they are interested in. So be relevant, and don't worry about sending to millennials. They definitely are participating online and on their phone. You can be sure the millennials pretty much opening, except for their work email, they're opening it on their phone, and sometimes the work email too. And then if you can make it interactive, like if you have a GIF, a GIF, and you have that, dancing around, and, or a button that moves or something, that it might be fun for people to respond to that email, or have some sort of interactivity with it, like a poll or things like that, that people may be interested in if it's very short. And then another thing you want to do is to automate if you can. So automation means that you set it up. You can basically set it and forget it. So let's say they download something, then you can automatically generate an email that says, welcome, and tell us more about what you want, or just welcome. And other things that they can do is a double opt-in. Sometimes double opt-ins actually get even better ROI. And then I was trying to read my handwriting here. Oh, the right day and the right time. So the right day and the right time for an email. So that'll depend on your list. A lot of times people will say for businesses, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are better than, let's say, a Friday or a Monday. But sometimes Mondays have really high open rates. I saw one other marketer send out an email that says, is it true nobody opens an email on Monday, or something like that as a subject line, and it got real high open rates. So that was kind of fun. Saturdays are usually not for anyone, so you probably tend to avoid Saturdays. So those are some tips, some best practices that you can use for your email marketing program. In the next episode, we'll talk about something equally important: not being seen as spam by the ESPs, by the Gmail, by the Outlook and Yahoo and other email service providers, ESPs. I'm Nancy Burgess Strategic Marketing, transforming today's brands for a digital world. Thank you.